And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has... And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Daniel Jones sacked.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead,
amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Giants 20, Washington nothing.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Saquon Barkley having his way in that first half. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon God.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we usually think something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Now an option play on second down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Complete to
Evan Ingram, 44 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so a good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Oh, the go jet sweep to start the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's McKissick. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
The ball carrier.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 4 yards on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.D. McKissick taking it in.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
For Washington.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin. Next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley, 76 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Back now at FedEx Field. Washington on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams coming in to him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And it is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. This is Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Giants going to go ahead and use... Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun. Haskins. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Very good return that time. Time, 18 yards.
20 yards.
It'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end.